Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and you join me today in West Mersey, where last time we were creating a whole bunch of roads. You can see some of them here, in fact, right at the bottom of the screen right here. These are all brand new roads. You can see some over on the top left, and you can also see a whole bunch over on the top right. And if you look closely, you might be able to see, or you can at least see, that a number of these roads do just stop as part of the plan, as part of the intention and the design. Some of these roads just stop. We have a bunch of cul-de-sacs as well. We did this both in West Mersey and over in Ely. Today's video is not going to be focusing on roads and is not going to be focusing on those two towns. In fact, we might do a little bit on the roads, but primarily today's focus is going to be up on the three towns that are being supplied with food. And the reason for this is that for some reason the food supply seems to be skewed. It does not seem to be going to the right place with the right kind of frequency. So for example, Carnforth, where the actual food factory is, does not seem to be getting a supply of food, whereas all the food wants to go to Bracknell. So I'm going to see if I can somehow figure that one out. Also, whilst in Conforth, I am going to make some roads just to, add some progress to that. And I might also end up making a new freight railway to perhaps deliver food directly to Bracknell by train. So make sure you stay tuned, and that is something that you may just see. Right, so the first part of our focus, you can see that Conforth is slowly growing, but you'll notice 1 of 4 food. Now we have a food processing plant here that is capable of apparently producing 68 and 168 or 167 now, and yet all of it wants to go to Bracknell. I have no idea why. In fact, Macclesfield is also left out. Now admittedly, Macclesfield is some ways away, but the distance isn't exactly equidistant, but it is fairly close. I have no idea what the maths is behind this, what the idea is, what the plan is, and how the computer is working this out, but I most certainly do not like this idea and what is happening. So the first thing I'm going to do whilst I'm just here is I'm just going to do some upgrades of these roads. The roads that I know are going to require upgrades, I am going to immediately upgrade. This one could be a problem. No, this one seems to be okay. We just cannot go all the way up. Yeah, that seems to be okay. I am going to give it, just because I think it's important for me to just get this done whilst I can. Because obviously as I start building things within the town, we are going to need some considerations for these things. So this is going to be another main road. Now obviously out here we will have to figure a few things out, and I'm just thinking which other road. Most likely this road could end up as a main road of sorts, and that is it. We do not need too many of these large roads. What we then need is some of these roads to be larger, which again is all part of the idea of what needs to go where, which roads are going to be of what size. So this seems to be a logical setup here, and that certainly seems quite logical, perhaps even that. In fact, I will actually bring this one back down to that size. There we go. And so that just gives us a little bit more, and I think this road, realistically, if possible, should probably be converted to a large these roads should probably be converted to large roads, like so. There we go. Amazingly, it is happy to take this, but not this little bit here for some reason. How bizarre. Now I will bring this back to country roads. Is it that? It's that. Oh. No, it's fine. That can stay as that. Right. So now that I've done that, let me try and figure this one out. So let's have a look at what supplies are going through in this area. So we've got Bracknell food, Carnforth food, and no, this isn't the one I wanted. It's this one. Bracknell food. There we go. Now I wanted to pin that. I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Conforth food, I will pin that, and Macclesfield food. That one is not something I need to worry about at this point in time. Right, you go there. You go there. I need to be able to see the middle of the screen. That's why. Can you pin yourself at the top? You can. Can you pin yourself there? You can. I shall move you. Stay pinned. Stay pinned, please. There we go. And I will pin you about there. Right. Okay. Macclesfield food has how many vehicles here? 9 vehicles? 9, 10 vehicles. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, wait. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 vehicles. How much does Conforth food have? 5 vehicles. And Bracknell food has 14 vehicles. But that makes no sense because look at the rate there. 3 minutes. Oh, 122 seconds. 75 seconds. There we go. Where is the problem there? 75 seconds, and yet somehow, for some bizarre reason, Bracknell wants to grow. You do not belong. Goodbye. Bracknell wants to grow, and yet Conforth just is happy to remain rather small. Now, could it be that the commercial buildings are all in this area? That is where the drop-off is. That is the area it covers, which is plenty. That's a bus station. No, that's not. That is the right. So I see no problem there. Yet this one, could it be something to do with the centre of a town? It is still pretty close. What do we have here? Residential. These are all residential here. We have some industrial over here, but where are the commercial buildings? Here's some commercial. It is not as though... Okay. Let me try something. Manage vehicle. Out of curiosity, in fact, what is the... Do we have anything to replace? We have... So that is what we had first. We now have these better ones. Okay, let me try as a test to replace... What does it need to take? We want it to take food, actual food. So there, replace that and apply that. You are not them. There you go. Are you them? No, you're Macclesfield. So I'm just going to say that does not look right either. Where are the Carnforth? There they are. Right, so now we have some newer setup. Let's go increase speed a little. Also, is there any chance I could replace... These things are so loud. No, that's all we've got. Very much like to improve that. Okay, I see some building going on. 2 of 6. Let me see if anything improves on this. By the way, in terms of how I'm going to figure out how many passengers are in an area or people, you can see here it says 123 on plus 100%, 246. If I go ahead and click this and then click person in view, there you go, I can then zoom in on this area and you can see that there are 100 and... Oh wait, where's the total number? Is that the total number? Yes, there are 143 people in this area. That's visible. It's probably a few more, but that is the number that I'm using. Moving and at terminal. Yep, so we do not have people that are perhaps in houses or anything like that. Although we might. No. So I can always go over, for example, West Brom, but a good example here is if I click on Ely, you can see that it says 228, but because of, or better still, West Mersey, 193, but because of the amount of, there you go, because of the amount of houses I've built separately, you can see we have 425. So that is quite important. And we can always zoom in and say, well, how many are just here? And there's one person moving. So that is how I use that, just as a as an aside. Right, moving back on to Carnforth. 3 of 8. There has been a change. Something has improved this. Could it just be the fact that more roads were added? Is that something that has helped? I would... Let me try. So I'm going to add in... Let's focus on some roads in this area. And the frequency is 69 seconds compared to 3 minutes and 121 seconds. Not too bad. Let me go ahead and add some roads in. Again, no need to have crazy roads. I'd like to have a road that perhaps just doesn't have to be a straight road as such, and then I can always make some roads in this area. So, for example, I would like to have let me see. Again, I'll do the measure of about 40. So we can always do that. Do another measure of 40. It does not matter if it's a little bit too big, as long as it is not causing too many problems. Now you see here what I want to do is I'd like to end the road perhaps along here and just have a road. No, I said a road. That's it. And we could just have some housing. No, some housing along this side, this part of the road. So we can have some housing there, and then from here again we can do some 40 meters and have perhaps something going out like this, curving out in that direction like so. And could I get a few houses in here? Do I really want to do that? Perhaps so, yes. That could work. And then why do you not want to work? There. And then this can go out in some direction. So we can do that and then certainly follow along with this. Come on, there we go. Like that, and then perhaps a slight curve in, and then the exact same concept here. Make sure that I've got the 40 meters of separation. For some reason I do not here, so I'll do a much wider one that goes off in this direction, and then that is a lot smaller than 40 meters, but I'm going to let it go. Could I do this again? I think perhaps might be a good idea. And I just want to see if this actually does what I'm hoping it does. Not 40 meters. If anybody has not watched the last video and is wondering why am I doing this 40 meters, what is this 40 meters thing that I'm doing, this is the measurement I figured out that will allow me to actually put some housing in, custom housing, without causing too many issues. There we go. It's a weird pattern, a weird shape, but it will, I think it sits nicely with what we have. We could even put a park here if we really wanted to. Now this section, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but there seems to be more commercial buildings coming up. A lot more. So could it be that is how we fix it? Just by adding in more roads? That's 40 meters. So realistically, if I did not want anything here, what I would do is I'd have to do that, and then be able to build the larger buildings over here. So I'm going to do that. There we go. And that allows larger buildings to slot in to place. Similarly here, I'm going to do that. It seems like that is working. I'll do that. Leave this area there, and then I will do that. Should I perhaps do that? What's the size here? A lot bigger. So perhaps I do that. Again, these are little internal roads. You know, nothing. We're not looking at roads that's going to be massive connections or junctions to things. There we go. That looks pretty good in that area, so maybe, just maybe, that will start helping. No, we have one for Macclesfield. Why? Nothing for one for Carnforth. But has it improved the amount? 10. So it is working. For some reason, that is how. So the more roads we place, the more it demands. An interesting notion. That's one. Let's go ahead and lock up these roads. I do not want them upgrading any of this. Just ensure all of this is properly locked. There we go. Oh, and let's lock up this entire area. Yep. Definitely lock up that entire area. Right. So we're still going at quite a speed. 1 out of 10. It still is not enough. What route are they taking? Conforth food. That's the one I want. Can I just select just the one? Okay, maybe changing the route to stay on the faster road may help. So let me attempt that, and then they can come back the opposite way. Yeah, then they can come back that way, which is absolutely fine. They're using a larger road, so not a problem. Well, maybe that allows faster deliveries. Again, I'm just not sure. Still 1 out of 10. 4 for Macclesfield. What is the production like here? 161 with a shipment of 66, because obviously we have all this over here. What is the top speed of this vehicle? 11. These are 12, right? 12, but can carry 1 more. What would happen? Which one are you? What would happen if I upgraded all of these vehicles? Not to stagecoaches, that would be a disaster. To those. So faster vehicles for everybody. Even Macclesfield. Let me try and figure this one out. Even you. Right the way up. So, does it start clearing things out? Does it start... I'm just trying to work out. Is it going to do anything? So these things are clearly full. Wait, things disappeared. 20 things are disappearing, and I'm not sure why. Is it not fast enough, or? Okay, let's see what is going on here. 2 of 10, little bit better. Macclesfield, 2 of 20. Okay, and this one up here, Bracknell, 0 of 40. Okay. Let me see. Where could I put a... that's the wrong railway. Where could I put a train line? Could I have some points here? And if I had some points here, running at, let's say, 40 miles per hour. That's a 40 mile per hour turn. I slow... Hello. Now I slow it down to a 30 mile per hour turn. And then ideally head straight up the hill. Oh, that is going to be a horrible way up the hill, but I'm going to try. Certainly, I want to try this. It is managing. It's steep, but it is managing. Could I do something a little bit sillier? I need to try and get this to sort of double back and do things like that. But having this close to that may give us opportunities in the future to run a train line out of here along here and perhaps connect up to something else. And then if I were to run this right the way up to the top here and put a freight station here, that's help. I wonder. And the other thing is that I can pretty easily, in theory, pretty easily connect this up. Let's see, like so, onto this. So So that would give us the option of running the trains. That is where the trains come from. That seems reasonable. So let's put a freight station here. What's this? Track constructions. Oh! Okay. Yes, I forgot about those. Freight station, freight station, freight station. What's a U? Elevator station, passenger, freight. Basic freight station. Do I want to put it like that? Do I want the freight station with a terminus? Probably a terminus. 2 tracks. Should I do 2 tracks? If this remains a freight station, it will probably end up larger. 160 meters is probably long enough for now. And how can I do this? Right. Give me a road that stays perfectly straight here. Then give me the railway station, and then I'll delete part of the road. There you go. And then that will have to do. Then I shall create a, give me a freight stop, configurable freight station. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Which way do I want the entrance to go through though? No, south. Okay. Where's the north? What? Wait, what is this? No, streets, lanes, 1 city old, 2 platforms extra wide. Let's do it to be wide. 48. I can change it around and do that, and then I can go, let's see, no, that isn't the one. Oh, this is a very, very awkward construction here. Very awkward. Let me see what I can do. What I want is well, that. But since that isn't going to work, let me just do this then. Yeah, let me use this one. Collision. What sort of collision? Ah, that could work. Okay, country, no, town. Town, entry and exit. Could I? No. If only that. It does work. Okay. Can I? Oh, that's some new style lighting. Food path connections? Sure. Terminal length, number of terminals, truck, standard, terminal type, ground, sure. 2 terminals, maybe better, right? Let's do 1 terminal for now. Make it a little bit longer. And then have a really weird... That could work if I could get the right style, wall. Or just a curb. No, a wall is good. Gravel works well. Let's see what happens if I do this. It accepts a pretty interesting setup. So they'll come in through here and then they head straight back out. Okay, that is good. Now what I need to do is I need to adjust the... Now first I need to build a railway here. From there to... Here? Yes, here. No, that isn't right. No, that is right. That is right. Why does it not accept that? Why is that not a thing it can accept? Wait. Why is that not... That I can understand. This one says it has a station, but it isn't drawing it for me. I will label this in a... this is going to make it pretty difficult. Let's do an orange colour, because the food processing seems to be an orange colour. So let me go FRRA, move that wire out of the way. Bracknell. Is that how you spell Bracknell? Bracknell, yes. Food. Transfer. Right. We have that. Where is it? There it is. It is there. Great. I also need to sort out some signalling. So I shall put a signal. This is going to be interesting because of the... Yeah, this is going to be very interesting due to the station size. Unless... Wait a minute. Configure. Why do I not just add another station? Platforms, tracks, here we go. None of those. None of those. Oh, what are you? None of you. Why do you not have... I'm not sure why they do not have any... There we go. So now what I could do is I could, in theory, build a track 40 miles per hour. Let's say after this peels out sort of like... Should we try one of these new track constructions? See what... And make a Y-shape junction. Parallel. Yeah, let me... I want to try this. I really want to try this. I have no idea what the speed is going to be through this though. But I would like to try this. I'm going to pause this. And let's break this one. And try and connect. Not quite the... Can I make the length shorter? Not quite the ideal. Although I could just do that. There. Put the tracks back in. And then... Whoops. Run this directly over to that. That's a much more gradual climb than the other. It does not look like the way I want it to be. This is all messy. No, right. So we don't want a Y, obviously. Pretty compact. Not that compact. Let's see. Could we have fit that there instead? No. No. I know what I'll do. Make this a lot smoother. Okay, fine. If that is the way it wants to do that, fine by me. And then I cannot change the name of this. I may have just clicked that and crashed it. Right, I'm back, and since that caused a crash, I'm not going to be doing that again. So instead, I've gone ahead and done this. I've just gone ahead and changed out the junction, made my own Y. I'm not sure. I was going to say not sure why that has happened. I need to make this really a lot neater. Just not happy with this design. There we go. That is probably better. I will work with that for now. I'm not sure why we had that problem, but a problem there was, and we've now gone ahead and resolved the issue. So there we go. This should continue without any problems. There might be a little bit of lag as it tries to figure out what on earth just happened. There we go. And indeed there is some production going on. Now production's slowed down. I'm not able to quite comprehend exactly what the algorithm is trying to do here. Should I just configure this right up to 8 and see what happens, or I'm just unsure as to what this is trying to do. It doesn't seem to be working in the way it should. Let me have a look at this now. Still 2 of 10. So that has not really helped. This one is producing everything at level 1. We could have upped this. You can see that this is not a full train. That should be a full train. The logic is not running properly. Right. What I will do is I am going to change the track this stops on to platform 3. And what that should allow us is it should allow us 2 passing points, one here. So yes, during this section only one train can go past, so you will have waiting, but only during that section. Once a train has cleared into this, the next train can be on its way in. By the time that unloads and turns around, that train should be about here, then it will go in there, that train continues, this train waits, and everything should be completely okay. Now, the other thing I do want to do is I will connect up just for the sake of things looking nice. I will connect up this into here. There we go. So it just gives us a bit of completion. Yep, that's certainly completion there. Right, let me go ahead and grab a brand new train. So we are going to end this video once I've done this. Steam trains. We are, well, let's move ourselves forward to 1972. Okay, we have new trains. What's a Kitson class? Class A5 Kitson. Let's have a look at that. Where are you? Right, cannot see that, so maybe I have to reopen it. Buy vehicles? There we go, Kitson class. 37 miles per hour top speed. No, that is not ideal. These are not too bad. Commuter passenger services. Branch line work or shunting, obviously as they got faster. These trains lasted a long time. Suburban passenger services, that does not work. I'd like that's passenger work again. That's a nice train. Let me see. Heavy freight engine, here we go. 40 miles per hour, heavy freight engine. This looks reasonable. And let's use this colour, why not? 40 mile per hour top speed, that works for me. What kind of colours can we? We can make it Cadbury's chocolates colour if we wanted to. No, that's not necessary. Cargo, and we only need one of these. Now, it is not going to be a cattle wagon, of course. It is going to be some sort of goods wagon like that. We only have the early goods wagons at the moment. Do we have any other ones? British goods. We have... No, that is it. That seems to be the only... We could put it on board an open... Well, I have an idea. Goods wagon. Add a couple of those. Let's then put it on some open wagons. Generic British open wagon. We'll stick on one of those, and then that, another one of the British goods wagons. That's a capacity of 48, and then I will actually put... Now that one cannot take food. I wonder how food is going to get onto some of those. N&W, those ones do. So we're just mixing and matching, really. 62 capacity. Let's go for another generic. That. There, and then close it off with that. 88 capacity. We shall buy one of those. We shall then redirect. We should then send that onto this line. Oh, hopefully it doesn't crash. No, did not crash. We shall then pause this because we are going to want to see how this train handles what we are going to have here, and then this is where it gets a little bit interesting. We are going to grab the Bracknell food. We're going to manage that line, and then we are going to go remove the Conforth branch, and we're going to add this, and then at the same time we're going to grab however many vehicles we have on this. We are going to manage the vehicles, and we're going to move 3 of them onto the Maxfield ones. We're going to move another 2 onto the Carnforth one, and I guess we'll leave that many for this. Okay, now let's have a good look at this particular train. How does it look? Well, it looks like a train that is just made up of lots of different carriages. That's a British train, all right. That is very much a British train. Perhaps I wouldn't have the boxcar right at the end, but everything about that looks pretty simple. Let's see if we can ride on board. I want to get a nice screenshot of this, as I always like to do. Let me see. Let me see here. The scenery is not great in this area, so maybe that would cause some problems. Just move into about that angle. No, that angle's no good. That angle is not too bad. Not enough good scenery. We'll wait for some better scenery, I guess. Right. So there's our goods train. We'll follow it along. Click, click, click. Thank you. And in we go. Tight's corner. That train's already on its way to pick up some more food, and this should now, there you go, it already has a lot of things waiting. Why is it going only 30 miles per hour? Which one of these is limiting it? I'm going to have to find that out and do a change. We're going to change out this train almost immediately because I need it to be able to do that the right speed. Can I not just edit the train? Where's the edit? Edit selected vehicle. Right, which one of you is the problem? Cargo. It's probably this one, right? That's 40. That's 60. That's 60. It's this one. Right, so that is you and you. So I will get rid of those all-purpose wagons and I will add on, let me see. Let's add on a couple more of those. There we go. Okay, can you accelerate now? 30, 31, there we go. That's that sorted, right. Now what I want to do is I want to see if I can get a really good screenshot to end the episode. Apparently not at this point. Okay, let's fill up this cargo, this 45. Where are you going to fill up? Oh, you fill up nicely on things. Right. Who goes where? You're on your way back. You are the one that is going to have to wait. Could I get a decent screenshot about here of trains waiting, or perhaps here of the train coming and another train waiting as that one turns? Just trying to work a few things out. This is a potential screenshot. Okay. Just not getting the angles I want. Really not getting the right angles here. Does not show off what I'm trying to show. Ah, that's good. There we go. So if I do that and that, it isn't the most, it's not the nicest of screenshots, but it certainly will show what I'm trying to do here and what the idea of the episode is. Right. Let's see what happens here. You're coming around that corner. You're turning off. This is an interesting one, actually. Could I... No, that does not. The reason being it does not work is because the other train is not there. If the other train was there, that would have been perfect. But the important thing here is neither of those trains got held up. And also, just maybe, we may start seeing more being produced and used here. 47, 48, 49, 50. This can carry 66. It's still too short. And if you look at it, this has only got 6. That doesn't make sense, and we're running out of... So this doesn't make any sense because we do not have enough stored. So therefore this should be producing more. But it isn't. For some completely unknown reason. That is the easiest one to... That right there is the easiest run. Like, surely it cannot be that much of a problem. What would happen, just completely out of curiosity, if I went ahead and put a tiny little freight station here that doesn't actually do anything? Would it start transferring anything to this between the two stations. So from there over to this. It does not. Oh wait, that is now full. So maybe we have improved something. What I should say for this train is... Wait, stop. To end this episode off, where's the line? Give the line. Give me the line. Give me the line. I want you to wait. I want you to... Minimum stop time. You must be stopped here for at least a minute. And you can wait here for 4 whole minutes before you depart. I will be using the timetable mod eventually, but there we go. So that's wait. If there's more being produced for, what is this doing? It's taking ages to produce anything. I'm just not sure. I am not sure at all. But anyway, I am going to end the video there. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. If you have any ideas as to why this is not working as it's supposed to, i.e. this farm should be absolutely maxed out with this transport, not just having a train that's 80% full with the amount of food that this requires. If you have any ideas and any suggestions as to what the problem is, please do let me know. I might upgrade this train to go to 40 miles per hour. That might be helpful. In fact, why do I not just do it now whilst I'm doing the outro? If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me. Oh, these are all going to be limited anyway, aren't? Are these the fast ones or the slow ones? Wait a minute. Nope, now we can get to 40 miles per hour. Great. That is an improvement. But that is all from me in a very confused fashion. And I will see you next time in Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series.